What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. This is Eric the Cosmic Wizard, and this is Cosmic Tarot. This is going to be a collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus reading. Sorry for the pause. Justice and the Six of Wands here. Somebody is getting justice for something. You all are... Somebody could be feeling a lot of love for you at this time. You are being protected. Something's saying, don't do this reading, don't do this reading. Something really does not want me to do this reading, but I don't care, I'm going to do it anyway. Because someone is really in love with you. They've been in love with you for a very long time. And the reason why they haven't told you that they love you is because they could be dealing with other people. They could be related to you. This could be a parent that doesn't tell their kid, I love you, because they don't want them to be soft or weak or something. I don't know. Five of Pentacles in reverse with the Devil. Someone has a weird attachment with the word love. You know, this could be someone who doesn't say I love you because they don't want to feel weak, or they don't want to feel defeated. They don't want to feel, I know this is weird. They feel someone has a very toxic relationship with the word love. Maybe they feel like love is hard for them to express or feel. This could be someone who is a sociopath, or maybe I'm just trying to be honest. This could be someone who is a little sociopathic. They may not have, you know, everything up there. Some people are just born, like our brains are just wired differently. And this person could be wired to be sociopathic here. The Magician and the Eight of Swords here. This person definitely wants to keep you in the dark. They do not want you to know their true feelings for you. Someone does not. That's why they want me to shut up. They do not want you to know their true feelings for you, their true intentions. Someone could have some very bad intentions for you, collective. I'm not trying to scare you. But the Seven of Wands, I feel like you've always been like this fighter energy. Like things have just never been like super simple for you, but people would swear that you have an easy life, that you are just someone who's just super lucky. But like if they were to sit with you like in your day-to-day, every day, they would know how much you've really been through. And people don't know how much you go through because you're not someone who's out here crying every 3 fucking minutes that the wind blows in a different direction. Like, you handle your shit on your own like a G. And like, you know, you're someone who, you're not super, I'll be honest with you, like when I'm on my channel, I'd say more about like what's going on with me in my personal life than I do to the people in my real life, to be honest with you, which is backwards as fuck, right? Because this is the internet. But also, this is my safe space. And you may not have had a safe space outside in the real world until you got into like an online community. So people who are on the outside looking in, they see you as this very confident, self-assured, you know, very sure of themselves person. And I remember like 2 years ago, or almost 2 years ago, I was at a Memorial Day barbecue, backyard barbecue at my friend's house. And I had brought my partner there with me, and we were just talking, and, you know, they made a comment, and it sticks with me, where, we were talking about, like, grade school and stuff, and I was like, I was just kind of like, just did my own thing. I went to a lot of different schools, moved a lot, but for grade school, I went to the same school from K to 4th grade, and I had friends, but I was also the kid who, like, I did my own thing. Like, I could play at recess with the children and do Foursquare, Pokemon, tetherball. I was a king. Well, I was good at tetherball. I mean, I got bang, 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 bang. Yeah, I used to be really good at tetherball. And the little grade school things, right? But I was also someone who didn't mind being alone. I didn't mind playing by myself. I was okay with that. I wasn't seeking everybody's approval. And I didn't realize that was kind of like not normal until I got older and I started hearing people talk about, like, their childhoods and how they, really, like, clung to, like, what their peers were doing. Like, I didn't like Pokemon at first. I thought Pokemon was weird. It took a while to grow on me. I wasn't big into Blue's Clues. I liked Power Rangers. I liked Barney. I liked shit that, like, was just geared for me. Like, I spent a lot of time alone as a kid. I was the only child for the first 4 years. And, like, I didn't go to any birthday parties as a kid. I don't remember getting invited to, like, other kids in my communities, like, birthday parties and stuff. Like, but I don't remember feeling, like, left out either. Like, that's the thing. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't feel like I wasn't, like, being excluded. I just didn't. I went to school to learn, and, like, my friends were the people who lived in, like, in my apartment complex. I didn't really. The kids at school were just, like, my classmates. They were just classmates. So maybe, you could be someone like that, where people feel like you're not socially awkward, but you also are very, like, I'm not the kind of friend that you're gonna call every day. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not your best friend. I'm not someone that is going to, I'm just not that bitch. I'm not that person. You know what I mean? I'm not that nigga. I'm not, you can't call me every day with, like, some shit going on with you. It's not because I don't care or I don't like you. It's just that I am so hyperly independent that I really focus on me. And I feel like the Nine of Swords in reverse is you have always longed to kind of have, like, this deep connection with people, and you didn't know why it felt so strange that you wanted that. And it's because you grew up in a very sheltered environment. You could have grew up in an environment where, the reason why you feel so disconnected from everybody is because you were disconnected from everybody, but you thought it was normal because that's how you grew up as a kid. I grew up in a house where we didn't have, I didn't have friends that came over and hung out with us from school and shit like that. I would go outside and hang out with my friends, and, my siblings are even more disconnected because they didn't even go outside. They was, like, at that generation, kids stopped going outside and playing. I was still going outside. Can so-and-so come outside and play? Can so-and-so come outside and play? Can Eric come out? No, he don't punish me. Oh, he's getting my nerve. Oh, your friends come to the door, and your mama tell him, no, Eric can't come outside today. He on punishment. I used to be like, can I just get a whooping? Can I just get a whooping, please? Just give me a whooping. That used to be the worst. But, some kids, I don't know, I guess it could be worse. I could have got a whooping and still be on punishment. But, you had friends, but it was like your life wasn't revolved around the opinions of others. Until much later. But not even to the extent. So what you think is, like, a lot ain't really a lot. And that's the Eight of Swords coming out. You've been blind to so much, like, conditioning here that you don't even realize that there were so many things that you missed. Like, the whole concept of, like, courtship and dating. I didn't understand that at all. It's like I feel very alien. Like, you can feel very alien in this world. And it's not because you are like an awkward person or anything like that. It's just that you just have a hard time, maybe, I won't say empathizing, because you empathize with people very well. But I feel like it's the reaction, I think, that's different for you. That's the way, like, you don't understand why people react sometimes the way they do to certain things. I mean, you do, but it's like, you never, it's hard to describe, you know? You're hard to describe. Three of Cups here. So, what you don't see coming is that you have a lot of people here that want to celebrate you. You have a lot of people here that want to be friends with you. You are someone who is very, let's say, attractive in a spiritual, energetic sense. You could be very funny. You may not see your full potential because you may have grew up in a position or a place where you were not allowed to be who you really were. You know, you couldn't really express your true identity until later in life, and perhaps due to some of that preconditioned programming, there's some blind spots when it comes to positive attributes about you. You weren't doted and gloated on. The Tower here in reverse. Yeah, people try to, I feel like this could have been, you know, you're celebrating the fact that, you know, you didn't get caught in the mess. You know, and I don't think you're celebrating the downfall of other people here, but I feel like you're celebrating the fact that you dodged something here that was going to be very catastrophic, and it could have been a relationship with the Two of Pentacles and the Lovers. Someone definitely may have put you in like this, I don't know if I want to go here, I don't know if I'm going to do this. And you were just like, okay, well, fuck you. I'm not, then bye. Like, if you don't know, then let's not do it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to beg someone to love me. You know, you're not going to beg someone to be your friend. You're not going to audition for a friend group. You're not going to change it up for anybody. You're not going to switch up your vernacular for the job. You're not going to stop being who you are because you want to get recognized and awarded. And you're not going to kiss your boss's asshole. You're not going to do things that make you compromise who you are just to fit in. You know, you're the kind of person where, okay, let's say you and your friend are like, hey, you want to get a pizza? All right, sure. What you want? I want pepperoni. Okay, well, I want veggie. Oh, I don't want veggie. Well, I want pepperoni. Okay, well, you'll be like, okay, well, let's just get our own pizza. And they're like, no, like, I don't want my own pizza. Like, I want to share. Like, can you just get veggie pizza? Like, can't you just, you know? And then you're like, no, like, I want what I want and you want what you want. So let's just get our own separate pizzas. And, like, the whole concept of, like, having, like, their own separate pizza is, you know, foreign to them because normally, like, they're used to people just being like, okay, whatever, veggie's fine. Or we can do half veggie, half pepperoni. And you're like, no, I don't want a half fucking veggie pizza. I want a whole pizza for me. You know? So you're not afraid to do your own thing. Well, people will compromise and, you know, you just rather do you. I mean, you're not opposed to compromising, right? You're not a confrontational person, but you're also someone who doesn't want to compromise their values. So in order to go along and get along, you know, you may just do things your own way and separate yourself. The Lovers here. Yeah, I feel like Spirit, you have a really big heart and you have to defend that because there's been a lot of people who have tried to come after you, come after that authentic heart that you have. People have tried to maybe ruin your character. People have tried to come into your relationship. People have really tried to be in relationships where they just take from you. The Eight of Wands in reverse. Things felt very frantic. This is the energy of like easy come, easy go. People come in and you're very defensive because they want something from you. The Three of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, people definitely, you look like someone who can offer people a lot of stuff. Like physically, sexually, emotionally, intellectually. People want to be with you because they want something from you. And maybe that's not something that you ever noticed. Like, you attract a lot of, like, I don't want to say losers, but I meant users. Yeah, the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. Damn. Wow. There could be this energy of, you know, people wanting to really, like, take your wealth away, take your health away, take all these things from you. The Queen of Swords and the Devil in reverse. I feel like you've learned to just kind of like cut certain people out, because certain people here, like their plan was to come after your finances and your resources. And maybe, you know, maybe you're not like, you know, super rich now. Maybe you're not, but you have like this golden aura that like users can see as like, oh, this is a future. Yeah, look at that. The Four of, let me show it to you. The Four of Wands and the Star card here. There are people here who definitely see and know your potential, and they want to get access to you now. So when the future comes, they'll be right there smack dab in the middle, in the center, so they can reap the benefits. Six of Pentacles. This person wants to act like they're doing equal give and take. In their mind, they may feel like it is, but I don't think it is. It feels performative at best. The Ace of Swords. Ooh, the light. Something here is coming to light. You're going to see a new perspective. You're getting the green light to, ooh, yeah. Oh, God. Emotionally, the clarity is here, but you're like, it's hard for you to see it. You feel restricted, maybe. You're not seeing the full spectrum of something here. You're being blinded. It's emotionally you feel it. Emotionally you can see it. But I feel like you are having a hard time allowing yourself a fear, some type of fear that you're working through. The Hermit in reverse. This is crazy because we got the Three of Cups, and then underneath it we have the Hermit in reverse. So there is this, okay, so this is a fear that you have. It's a fear of being surrounded by people but feeling lonely on the inside. That's been something that you have had to really kind of work through with yourself forever. You know, you've always, for me, I remember I was in a fraternity and I was surrounded by people all the time, but I felt so lonely and disconnected. And I feel like that has kind of been something with me where I have pushed people away. You could tend to keep people at an arm's length. And I feel like with this Tower in reverse, somebody is going to kind of like come crashing through. Yeah. Someone's going to come crashing through and you're going to have to face this. You're going to have to make a decision here. You're going to have to face this, like this flaw of yours, this character defect, or whatever you fuck you want to call it. Yeah. People here have sought to seek control over you or keep you under hidden, like, it could be your family. I honestly feel like you come from a family here where people have always kind of like schemed around you. Like, it's weird. Yeah, the Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles reverse, and the Two of Wands. Poor planning, lack of planning, a lack of discipline, a lack of personal responsibility. People who you could come from a very disorganized background where there wasn't a lot of people who like really put a lot of pay much attention to you, like in your needs. So like emotionally and mentally, you're like trying to like raise yourself, and you don't have perhaps all the experience needed to help you get to where you are. So things have always been difficult for you. Queen of Wands. You've always been a magnet toward people, though. You've always attracted. You're a witch. You have Wiccan some type of thing. Ooh, somebody wanted to steal that shit. Seven of Swords and that Magician. Dude, oh my God, that is fucking crazy. I literally say you're a witch, and then I see the Magician in reverse with the Seven of Swords in reverse. Somebody tries, your whole life, people have been trying to steal your power. Whether they know it or not, people have been trying to literally steal your power from you. You are a fucking witch, and you need to realize it. That you have power. You aren't like everybody else. Not to be like, I'm better than, or anything like that. You're not. You just live in a different timeline. Like, you just from different origins. And things here on this world move very slow for you. And it creates a lot of suffering because you are used to very high-paced, vibrational things where things are happening instantly. And here in the 3D, there's a little bit of a delay. There's a little bit of a delay here. The energy is a little denser. It takes a little bit longer to travel here. You're not used to that. You could be from an angelic realm. You could have been you're a star seed. You're someone here who has a very high, soul ranking. And like, I don't want to really feed into that too much because that creates a lot of spiritual ego and separation. And I don't want to create that here on this channel. I don't want to feed into the spiritual ego of the star seeds and the enlightened and all that, because that kind of creates this hierarchy of there's a difference between understanding your origin and then trying to feel like, my origin is here, so I outrank other people, because that's just kind of like where that leads to for a lot of people, a lot of times. The Death card here, yeah, something is coming to an end, and it's going to be these limited beliefs. It's going to be like this fear of transformation, this fear of, you have got to let these people go who are not supportive of you. Page of Cups, yeah. You have this very kind of like happy-go-lucky approach to life. You're very optimistic. You could be very sensitive here. Like, you're very in tune with the pain of everyone else. And I need you to really focus on you. The Three of Cups here in the Hermit in reverse. It's almost like it's a celebration. Feeling lonely in front of lots of people. Knight of Cups in reverse. You could be in relationships that are not... the communication is off here. But you're not wanting to end it. You're not seeing that this is not good for you. You will. You gotta learn how to let people go. Because I see that you're going to be surrounding yourself with people here that make you feel lonely. This could be friends, colleagues, a lover even. But you have to really discern that I have got... It's almost like, on the outside you're happy, you cut these people off. But on the inside, you're feeling very lost. You're feeling very confused. And it could really, be careful not to close your heart and block success. Don't let fear, don't let isolation and things like that stop you from getting things that you need in the world, okay? That better be my deliveries outside. Oh, come on. You bitch. Y'all tricked me. Hierophant and the devil. Wow. Ooh. Some of you, here's the thing, the Hierophant and the devil. And then the lover, no, it wasn't the lovers. The Ace of Cups and, what was that? The Four of Pentacles. Some relationships are just, I would say, just let things run their course. You know, if something doesn't feel good anymore, let it go. Don't try to force a situation. Don't try to force people to stay in your life, no matter who it is. If somebody is showing you signs that they want to go, or there are, you know, clear signs that people are not happy, King of Swords, yeah, you're going to find love, okay? You're going to find love, and you are a very intellectual person here. And right now, you're choosing yourself here, the Devil in reverse and the Five of Cups. You're grieving the loss of something here, but you have to detach from it so this new love can come in. The Strength and the Six of Cups in reverse. How long are you gonna? You're letting this go. Okay, you gotta let this go. We're gonna let this go, right? We're gonna let this old person go so this new person can come in and do what they need to do. Just be careful not to surround yourself. And don't get distracted. Don't let relationships distract you and keep you from getting what you need to do now. That could be a fear of yours as well. You know? It's time to take action. So you have to start doing whatever it is that you need to do. That passion project, that hobby, going getting ready for your college exams, or getting your books, or getting whatever you need to do, starting that diet, going to the gym, working out, whatever you need to do, it's time to get it done and show the world the real you. Stop hiding behind the mask, the fears, the personas that you want people to see. You've never been somebody who, remember that kid that you were, where you just did what you wanted to do and you were happy with or without people? You were happy with and without people. You are good enough. This came through in Gemini. You are good enough. And your commitment is being tested. So this relationship that you want, remember, you're good enough for this. Don't let your failures from your past, don't let the things that didn't work out predict what's going to happen for you in the future, because that is not simply true. You deserve love. You deserve happiness. And if you let the past and you people from the past play in your mind just unfiltered, and I want you to be successful, and it's up to you, because you have to believe in the impossible. You deserve love. You deserve millions. You deserve whatever you want. You deserve to have an easy, soft life, whatever the fuck that means for you. You don't need to be stressed out. You need to be loved, and you are loved. And you bring a breath of fresh air to people, because you're doing things differently. And you don't see how much people love and care about you. Full Moon in Aquarius, show the world the real you, because you have been, people from your past, especially like in your family, may have tried to dim your light because they were afraid of your power from birth. You have been a powerful one from day one. All right, well, I gotta go check on this food in here. And as always, I love you. And until next time, drink water, be safe, and peace.